Hey everyone, Ben here. Which stocks am I buying during the next stock market crash or correction? Now there's been a lot of hype recently about an up and coming stock market crash and maybe a correction. Now I'm not trying to put the fear into you guys, and the simple fact is nobody knows exactly when a market crash or correction is going to come. There are some economic indicators we can watch to give us an indication of a possibility of a stock market crash, and I did a full video analyzing around 10 economic indicators to give you guys a full overview of the economy and whether we're overvalued in the stock market right now, and we could have a market crash coming up. So I'll leave a link for that video in the description below. But in this video, when the inevitable day does come, and I do believe a correction is very likely because we've not had one in the past few months. We had a major one back in September during the big tech sell-off when the vaccines were announced. There was a major switch between tech stocks and they went into more cyclical. Travel stocks, they saw a major boost, which is normal and actually healthy for the stock market. So I do think another correction is very likely very soon. Thus, which stocks am I going to be buying during that correction? Because as you guys may be aware, during a market crash is actually the best time to buy. In the words of the legendary investor Warren Buffett, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. When there's a stock market crash, assuming the fundamentals of the company you're investing into has not changed, then that can often be the best time to invest. I did this back in March, April 2020. I informed many of you guys of the stocks I was investing in on this channel during that time, and we've all made an absolute killing. So I want to help you guys do the same in this video. But before we dive in, if you're new around here, why not consider joining the investing family by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. If you do find any value in this video at all, just give it a big thumbs up. That helps out with the YouTube AI. I don't actually care personally, it's just for the YouTube thing. And if you guys want to get live updates exactly when I'm buying a stock, when I'm selling a stock, in addition to accessing my entire investment portfolio, my six-figure investment portfolio, then feel free to check out that first link in the description below for the VIP membership group. Now, the VIP membership group was introduced after many requests from you guys. I actually wasn't too bothered about opening a VIP group, but actually I found it's an incredible place because there's been a lot of hype on YouTube recently and a lot of comments and things about YouTubers pumping small cap stocks and getting these penny stocks to fly up and then they're selling out. Now, I don't know if these YouTubers are actually doing this, these massive YouTubers, if they're actually pumping and dumping stocks as many people say. But one thing I need to make clear on this channel, I have never and will never pump and dump a stock. Never, ever, ever, ever. So you guys can be safe knowing that I will never do that. And there's also been some comments about sponsored videos. And yes, I do fully admit many YouTubers have done sponsored videos. I've done a couple of sponsored videos myself. To me, I don't see a major issue with it as long as it's disclosed in the description that it is a sponsored video. And also there's a tab in the bottom left corner which says a video is sponsored or it isn't. So that's just something you guys to be aware of. And I did see another YouTuber on about this and they actually mentioned me in their channel. And one thing I need to make clear really is they actually said some really great advice, which was if you're unsure, just check the description, see if it's a sponsored video. If it is, don't watch the sponsored video if you're so unsure about the stock. But like all the stocks I mentioned on this channel, they are not a recommendation to buy and sell a certain stock. This is not financial advice. It's a starting point for you guys to make your own investing decisions because that's what it's about as an investor. Now with these sponsored videos, all it is, just think about it this way. There's a small cap company, they want some coverage on their company. Now they have two ways of getting coverage on their company. They could run a YouTube advert. They could run a YouTube ad over my videos, over other YouTubers' videos in order to get people to click on the video and then find out more information about the company. Or they can pay influencers, people on YouTube, to cover the stock for them. Now, as long as this is done in a tasteful manner and covered in a fair way, then really there is no issue with doing that and it's completely legal, it's completely fine, it complies with all the YouTube regulations. In a way, that was one of the main reasons why I started the VIP group, because if you guys actually want to know, if you guys genuinely want to know exactly which stocks I'm buying, which stocks I'm selling, feel free, you can join the VIP group. You can see my entire investment portfolio and you will see exactly which stocks I'm buying, which stocks I'm selling. Now, the reason I cannot post my exact trades on here live is because many people will just copy them. That's the first major reason. And then there'll be backlash from that. If one goes up, if one goes down, there'll be backlash from that. And in the VIP group, it's a little bit more, everyone's in the same boat, everyone understands. Whereas a random person just watching on YouTube, they might not understand if they don't know me. A lot of you guys know me, you watch the channel regularly, you know which stocks I buy, which stocks I sell. You can basically get the feeling if I'm going to buy a stock, if I'm going to sell a stock, and you tend to make your own investing decisions, which I love. This video is not a sponsored video. In this video, I will be covering my top 3 stocks which I may buy during the next stock market crash. So kicking things off at stock number 1 is Autodesk, ticker symbol ADSK. So Autodesk is a software company focusing in the engineering, construction, manufacturing, and entertainment industries. Now, the reason I know this company is because I used to be an electrical design engineer, and all the consultancy businesses used to use Autodesk. Autodesk CAD, you may have heard of this platform. It's so commonly used. It's basically the industry standard for building any building in the world. All engineers, designers, architects use this software, and that makes it a market leader in this space. So briefly diving into the numbers for Autodesk, we're on Stockopedia. This is a platform I use to analyze stocks. If you wish to check it out, I've got an exclusive 25% off discount link in the description below. It may fit your investing style, it may not. It doesn't really make a difference to me. I'm just telling you guys which platform I use personally. Right, so the sales growth for Autodesk is 13%. It's not a super growth company, but that's still growing at a nice rate. Current ratio 0.83. Generally, I look for at least 1.5, so that is a little bit on the low side according to the balance sheet. So your current ratio is your short-term assets to your short-term debts or liabilities. However, this company is profitable. It is a high margin software company, so I am not worried about the balance sheet too much. Price of sales is 18, so you're paying 18 times the company's sales at today's level. So that is quite high. And so that is the reason I plan on buying this stock on the next market crash or pullback. So let's dive into the technical charts. So here we are on the technical charts. I'll just explain this really briefly to you guys. Don't get confused by this. I know a lot of people talk about charts as if they're an expert, but I'm trying to break it down simply because in the words of the great Albert Einstein, everything in life should be made as simple as possible. And if you can't explain it simply, you probably don't understand it. So I'm trying to explain it simply for you guys. So this is called a Fibonacci retracement. And basically, this is a mathematical formula, mathematical model, and it basically helps us to identify potential support lines on a stock price. So firstly, technical analysis, it's not an exact science no matter what all these traders tell you, but it can help to give us an indication of when can be a good time to buy a stock. So this blue line here is a moving average. And basically, what you want to be looking for is the stock price is generally below the moving average. Because if it's above the moving average, you could expect a pullback below the moving average. We call that reversion to the mean. So that is quite a popular phenomenon in mathematics and statistics. This is a slight pullback the stock's had. I've said small stake around $290 per share. So that's a tiny stake. This is a little tiny pullback. By 0.2, this would drop it slightly below the moving average, is 275. So you might want to make notes, guys. Make notes in your phone. Make notes with a pen and paper. $275 per share. By 0.3, now this is the one that I'd be really excited about. By 0.3, $230, I would load up the truck. So basically, if the stock price dropped to this level, and this is the caveat here, guys, there wasn't something fundamentally wrong with the business. So the business was still fine. There wasn't a fundamental issue with the business. Let's say it was a general market crash. There wasn't a major issue with this business or with this industry that this business operates in. And it was $230 per share. Then I would load up the truck, which means I would invest a lot into this stock. Next, we're going into Ehang Holdings, ticker symbol EH. So Ehang is a world leader in unmanned autonomous aerial vehicles, or UAVs. So what areas does Ehang operate in? Well, the first area is aerial logistics or package delivery. We know e-commerce has seen a major boom, and many providers, including Amazon, are investing into drone technology. But Ehang is not just a company which is conceptual. Ehang has partnered with JD.com, one of the largest e-commerce players in China. In addition, they have a partnership with DHL in China for last mile package delivery. But they also have other parts of the business which are extremely exciting, such as aerial firefighting applications for those who live in high city tower blocks. Ehang is a speculative play right now due to the extremely high valuation. So the approximate revenue Ehang is bringing in is around $20 million, and the valuation is over $3 billion. So that's a price of sales at the moment. The price of sales was high before. The price of sales was high at around 87. So you're paying 87 times the company's sales. Now the price of sales for Ehang is 151. So you're paying 151 times the company's sales. Now this does look at the company's past sales, not the company's future sales or future projections. But looking at the company's past sales right now, that is an extremely high valuation. They have achieved fantastic growth, so the sales growth has been 100% year over year, which is fantastically high. Generally, I say a growth stock as one which is growing at least 15 to 20% per year. So 100% sales growth is fantastic. The balance sheet is strong with a current ratio of 3. So that's your short-term assets to your short-term debts to liabilities. Generally, I look for at least 1.5 to 2. A current ratio of 3 is fantastic. Bear in mind, the company is still unprofitable as they're focusing on growth and they have negative cash flow. But this is a very exciting industry, a potentially market disrupting industry. So let's dive into the technical charts now, and I'll see if I can identify some buy points for you guys. $33 pullback, that could be first pullback one. $26, if this stock dropped to $26, I would load up the truck. I would invest heavily into this company, assuming the fundamentals haven't changed, they haven't lost their flight license for drones, etc. The stock has a high valuation at most points, so do expect volatility. At the moment, this is the moving average here, this blue line, and you can see the stock is overextended above the moving average. You are taking a lot of risk by investing into the stock at this level. It might pay off, it might not. For me personally, I'm going to wait for a pullback. Right, on to my last stock, stock number 3, and that is DataDog, ticker symbol DDOG. So DataDog is a cloud monitoring service for many applications. So basically these guys collect and decipher vast amount of data which these cloud producers provide. Now, we did a full video analyzing this stock, DataDog, and another stock called Splunk. So you can check out that video. I'll leave that in the description below. I dive deep into both these companies, do a full analysis, look at the competition, look at how they're different. So here we are on Stockopedia. We're looking at DataDog right now. 61% sales growth compared to last year, which is fantastically high. Like I said, anything over 20% is a growth stock, so 60% is extremely good. Current ratio, 6.49. This company's balance sheet is an absolute fortress. They've got plenty of cash in hand to cover any issues, to expand, to even do plenty of acquisitions for the company. Now, this is where we come to the issue with DataDog and why I don't own the stock yet. And that's the price of sales is extremely high. So the price of sales is 59, so you're paying 59 times the company's sales. Now, a competitor for this company, they do sort of slightly different stuff, but still in the same area, Splunk, they actually have a much lower valuation. I did a video on that to see if that could be a possible buy for you guys, so I'll leave that video in the description below. But let's dive into the buy points now for this stock. So DataDog is a stock I really want to own. Fantastic industry, high growth. They've got partnerships, I believe, with Amazon Web Services, with Microsoft Azure, the major cloud providers, even Google Cloud, I believe they've got partnerships with. Buy point 1, we can see the stock's been quite volatile over the past few months, and buy point 1, I can see a minor support here, $81. Buy point 2, $72. So you can see there's a bit of a support here from the Fibonacci also, and that will bring us below the moving average. We're currently slightly above the moving average. Buy point 3 is $60. That is when I would load up the truck on the stock, assuming the fundamentals haven't changed for the business. So that's 3 stocks on my watch list. If you guys want to access my entire stock market watch list, the stocks I'm watching, the stocks I'm buying, the stocks I'm selling, and my entire investment portfolio, then feel free to check out that first link in the description below for the VIP membership group. It's the price of a coffee, and I personally think the amount of value you get is absolutely incredible. You can also talk to me directly about your own personal portfolio, your own personal situation, financial situation, life situation. If you need any tips, any advice on how to improve your life situation or your financial situation, then you can feel free, you can message me in the private Discord group on there. But if you guys are just new around here and you still haven't subscribed, feel free, you can join the investing family. You'll be completely welcome here by hitting that subscribe button and turning that notification bell on. If you did find any value, please give the video a big thumbs up. That helps out tremendously with the channel. Comment your thoughts below. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in my next video. Invest safe.